morning, everyone. After a week-long 7th International Scientific Conference on Bosnian pyramids, we gathered this morning to announce the results and the conclusions of our conference. The first conference we had back in 2008, and after that, every few years, we would be having conferences with the results on sample testing, lab analysis, radiocarbon and uranium-thorium dating, and energy measurements. So today we are going to present the work of this group of the physicists and engineers. My name is Dr. Sam Osmanagich, and I will start with my brief presentation of what we found out from the last conference up to today. The major thing that I want to share with you is in reference of sacred geometry of the Bosnian pyramids. The Bosnian Valley of the pyramids consists of at least 6 pyramidal structures, which we named the pyramids of the sun, number 1, moon, number 2, love, temple of Mother Earth, dragon, the 6th pyramid, the tunnel complex, and the tumuli complex. The key structure is the Bosnian pyramid of the sun, 4-sided regular pyramid. Based on LiDAR measurements, which is at this moment the most precise technology, we learned that the height of the Bosnian pyramid of the sun is 368 meters, which make this pyramid the largest on the planet. Also, thanks to the LiDAR technology, we have exact point, especially key points like the tops of the pyramids. And the accuracy is up to 10 centimeters, so the error is really minimum. Besides LiDAR technology, we've been using also topographical maps and satellite scanning. For example, this is the satellite scanning of the valley, which shows the layout of the Bosnian pyramids of the sun, moon, and dragon, and they make a regular triangle. This is the topographic map of the valley, also showing the same thing, tops of the sun, moon, and dragon pyramid. Besides this triangle, in green, we have another one, in red, top of the love, top of the western slope of the Temple of Mother Earth, entrance to the tunnels, and the river Fonica. Based on a circle which touches those 3 points, we can create another set of 6 circles touching the tops of the Sun Pyramid, Moon Pyramid, Dragon Pyramid, and this creates one of the elements of sacred geometry known as the flower of life. It's not only here in Bosnia that we have those regular triangles, also in the case of Egyptian pyramids and pyramids in Bolivia. And then we have some straight lines. When we connect the tops of 2 more pyramid hills, Krtnica and Chetnica, and we go to the center of the triangle, this is the first straight line. The next one is when we connect the tops of number 1, Temple of Mother Earth, top of the Love Pyramid, top of the Sun Pyramid, top of the unnamed structures where we did some excavations, and the Ravne underground tunnel complex, laser straight line. The next straight line, top of the Moon Pyramid, top of the Temple of Mother Earth, and top of the Pyramid of the Dragon. And the next one, from top of the Dragon all the way to the mouth of 2 rivers, Fonica and Bosna, going perfectly to the north. And the next one, from Chetnica through the top of the Moon Pyramid and top of the Smreka, and from Chetnica through the top of the Temple of Mother Earth to another pyramid hill, Čemerišće. We also have the second flower of life that consists of top of the pyramid of the sun, top of the pyramid of the love, and Chetnica and Krtnica. And the third one, this time between the tops of the Sun, Moon, Dragon, but also Love and Temple of Mother Earth. And that's not all. The most exciting are the results of the Fibonacci spirals. When we start with the top of the Pyramid of the Love of the spiral, on this spiral we have also top of the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun, the highest point or top of the Temple of Mother Earth, the top of the Pyramid of the Dragon, and the top of the Tumulus in Vratnica. The next one, when we start from the top of the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun, on this spiral we are touching the foundation, the side of the Moon Pyramid, the highest point at the Temple of Mother Earth, and top of the Pyramid of the Dragon. And the next one, when we start at the mouth of two rivers, River Fonica, River Bosna, on this spiral we have top of the Moon Pyramid, the curve of Temple of Mother Earth, and top of Krtnica, Pyramid Hill. And the next one, we start at the mouth of two rivers, River Fonica, River Bosna. On the spiral we have top of the Sun Pyramid, Ravne underground complex, and top of the Tumulus in Vratnica. The conclusions, we have all those elements of sacred geometry, very careful planning and the layout of these structures. When you have elements of sacred geometry, there's the cosmic model how the life originates. So we know from the nature, from all the living beings, all the way to the galaxies, the spiral galaxies. So obviously, the ancient builders very carefully planned and executed the layout of all these structures as a precondition to achieve certain energy phenomena. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I will be short. You know, my name is Sanela Čordalia. I was born in Sarajevo, and I finished veterinary faculty in Sarajevo. I work in foundation on bio-well system with people. Now we have Sputnik that give us more opportunity for work. I'm working at 1st June 2019, and I had 1,700 measurements, 11,700 measurements so far. This is observation on a random sample of 100 people. And I see some differences. This is on people who go in tunnel one day and one time, not one day. Some people go in 1 day 2-3 times. And this is people who goes 3 to 7 days, 1 to 2 entries of day. And how we see, we have big changes on chakras, aura, and organs measurement. Conclusion is it's the best for more people to stay here the minimum 3 days. Everything after 3 days, it's most benefit for people. Thank you.
Hello and good morning, everyone. How you know? My name is Evelina Čehajić. Okay. My name is Evelina Čehajić, and I'm doing the measurements in the tunnels and also other artificial structure that we have here in the Bosnian Valley of pyramids. One photo of me, beautiful photo inside the tunnel on the ceramic, mega ceramic blocks K2, and in front of me you can see all the devices, or nearly all of them, which we are using for the measurements. First, we have here a device which is for humidity and also temperature. The producer is HTC. So this device, I live in tunnels for at least 45 minutes till 1 hour that the measurements are correctly. This is air ion counter. The producer is Alpha Lab, made in USA. The next one, we are making measurements of oxygen with a Draeger device from Germany, and the model is 5500. Next. So for these few instruments, for example, this one, it's measure gamma radiation, and also this one for electromagnetic smog is mostly of the time monitoring. Actually, we don't see huge changes. The same with temperature and also humidity. Experimental life energy meter here, the producer is Heliognosis. It's the model number 4 from the USA. So since I'm doing it, September 2018, I mean the measurements in the tunnel, once I realize the number of negative ions, it's increasing every year, every season. So it's became higher. And the benefits for our body, for our immune system of the negative ions are huge. I try really to list some of them, but to read, we're gonna need a lot of time. Later, if you want, you can come to me, we can discuss about it. But just one thing, the negative ions are killing all. Viruses, bacterial, fungi, etc., and they are really boosting our immune system. Thank you.
Okay, hello everybody. Okay. Okay, yes, it works. Okay, hello everybody. So I'm not the first time here, but this time I was able to use another device. You see this little one, and it makes our life much easier because I need only mobile phone, and every measurement takes about just 1 minute. So I was able this time to take measurements in many points. That was the goal, to see not only the top or down, but to see this profile. And what we did, and you see, this is very interesting. This is at first measurement, doesn't work. No, click, no pointer. Okay, so yellow one, this is at home, just nearby here. Then Belvedere, you see there are some different points. And then you see on sun, I was coming from down, and I was climbing up to the top. You came by car, and I was climbing there. It's quite steep. I don't recommend you to do it. It's not for normal people. And you see, the profile is very clear. So it's when you go up, you go higher, higher, and energy is practically same, but then the highest at the top. So that is, again, it tells us that sun pyramid, it is real pyramidal structure, because we did these measurements in different countries, and in pyramidal structure, you really have the highest energy at the top. That's why, you know, in some pyramidal structure, they have some crystals at the top, some active elements at the top, so it is really very significant. Then next measurement was in moon pyramid. This is totally different story. You see, at the bottom of moon pyramid, the energy was very high, 446, very high. Then I was coming from one trench to another trench, and again I was climbing along very steep road. Don't do it, please don't do it. It's not for people. And then you see, again, it's different energy, different profile. So at some trenches, energy was very high. Same as at the top. In the top, the highest energy, if you pay attention, was not where you've been, where we had all drink wonderful schnapps, but in the forest. In the forest, there are little opening where they did excavation, and there are some slabs, and there, this is the highest energy. because again I will show you later why it is important. So you see, it means so absolutely different profile of energy compared with sun pyramid. So from my point of view, this is not a pyramid at all. It's totally different structure. Then I did measurements in tunnels, and this is red different tunnels, and you see again very high energy. Yesterday I did measurements in over there in tunnel 3, and again the energy was about 3.8, 3.9. So it means in the tunnels we really have very high energy profile compared with pyramids. And of course, very important that in tumulus top, I did measurements, you see it's quite high, but then someone told me, oh, look, this is near by a hill. Same height, just 50 meters. And I came there. I was lucky it was no owners of this hill because it's private territory. And they did measurement there, you see, yellow one. Huge difference, just nearby to each other. So it means it's not just profile of this place. It's not the position, but really tumulus, it's very active energy spot. And what my idea? So pyramid, those are scientific instruments for communication with other civilizations in the universe and information exchange without time. So of course it's only crazy idea, it's not scientific conclusion, but it's crazy idea. And another topic very important, look, what I've told about moon is not a pyramid. Sun pyramid, it has pyramidal form, exact pyramidal form, and some little place at the top, not very high. In moon pyramid, totally different. There are steep, but then you have huge area at the top, very big area, you remember this. So it means totally different construction. In tumulus, again, it's totally different. It's not a pyramid, it's a hill. So, to my mind, all these elements, and unfortunately, next time I hope I will be able to visit other places, those are parts of some complex of structures designed for something. And all this work together, as Sam told us just now, they all operate together. So it's specially designed, and all engineers, like we can all tell that in our engineering work, when we want to make some system of antennas, again we make with antennas, with reflectors, as Goran told us, and this looks like this. So it gives us absolutely clear idea to speculate that this was special complex designed for energy transmission and energy operation. And healing properties, it's another topic, because when I've been to Egypt last time, we had discussions that all their temples, those are healing centers. Same here. Thank you.
Thank you for coming here to support this great project. My name is Goran Marjanović. I'm an engineer of telecommunications and I use different instruments for my measuring. First instrument which I use is a Tesla meter, which measure only 50 Hertz. It has a filter and measure only power grid radiation of magnetic field. So when I start measuring, I use this instrument, and he show me if level of magnetic field is higher than 15 nano Tesla, I don't measure, because this is a very low value, but it disturbs the real signals, which are very, very small. Second instrument is three-field meter, which measure electric magnetic fields and radio frequencies, but this is a commercial instrument which measure electromagnetic small. It is not high sensitive. So I use equipment number 3, which is and 4 instrument 3 I use for measuring temperature, humidity, noise, etc. And special equipment which I use, and the main equipment is number 4. That's broadband amplifier with different sensors, three sensors. One is for electric field, one is for magnetic field, and one is a sensor for measuring and capturing scalar forms of energy. It's made on the Bedini version of the Diafaretto detector. That's some unconventional form, but we have to practice measuring the form of energy which are not described with ordinary science. And 5 is a PC oscilloscope combined with laptop. This time we do a lot of measuring. Here you can see in the different places measuring of electric, magnetic fields and scalar fields. So when you zoom these pictures, you can see everything. This is frequency spectrum made on the base of the analyzing of amplitude spectrum on the Fuchs-Fourier transform, and you can see all the signals which appear on the some places. Here you cannot see because these signals are very narrow, but when you zoom you can see everything what happened on that place. Here on the Belvedere we can see, we can generally on all the places here which we measured that electric and magnetic field or electromagnetic smoke is minimal, and radio frequency also is minimal on all the places. On the Belvedere, there is no sign of a scalar field constitution. Position B12, we can see low density scalar field which is constituted, and also, and what is most interesting is signals which were detected in electric and magnetic domain with a frequency of about 22 to 25 kilohertz. Pyramid of the Sun, of course, surprised me this time because you can see on the left, down left and in the middle, very, very extremely strong signals of 23.75 and 27.18 kilohertz. Very, very strong signals. We can measure them all these years, but this year something happened. I think because in the previous analysis we conclude that this energy beam is somehow connected with the activity of the sun. So this year sun is extremely active, and I think that that could be a reason because Pyramid of the Sun also emits this very strong beam. Tumulus Ravne 2 Moon Pyramid are position which on which we can see also presence of these frequency signals of 22 to 25 kilohertz and different intensity of scalar field. It's much lower than it is on the Pyramid of the Sun. Moon Pyramid, we do measuring on 2 levels. You can see in the middle down magnetic field which has a lot of harmonics. So I conclude that this is source of that can be some switch because my equipment is extremely sensitive. I think that someone use solar panels or something like that. We can get a lot of information from analyzing these signals. Pyramid of the Moon, we said that we received their signals which show us that there is some power network also on the top, and the scalar field has a medium value. Tunnel Ravne 3 also can see frequencies 24, 27 kilohertz, scalar field medium. Tunnel Ravne 4 signals 24, 27 present, and scalar field medium. But we can see on the right side down that scalar field on that position is not in intensive, but we have a very intensive flow of some energy phenomenon. Tunnel Ravne 6, also we can see 2427 signals. Scalar field is very low, but also we have high flow of energy. These tunnels, Ravne 6 and 4, are on the object which is named Bell Tower. So in 1 hour discussion we conclude that this position is a position from this disturbance start, and after that evolve, and on the wave mechanics based on amplifying cause the energy which we can receive on the pyramid of the sun. And my conclusion after all these years investigations, including this one, that my investigation showed that realistic arrangement of objects in archaeological park Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun strongly agree with principles of affirmative interference that is applied in the construction on the so-called Youngey antenna, which is used for passive amplification of electromagnetic waves. Considering fact that all 7 objects are arranged exactly in a way that all their mutual distances are harmonized according to the passive resonators construction principles for the operating frequency of 28 kilohertz, that is the frequency of energetic beam that central object Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun radiate. Considering that fact, it is very likely that facilities in the archaeological park Visoko, Bosnian Valley of the Pyramids, were not raised as a result of stochastic natural processes, but these are artificial objects created with careful planning of their shape and location, probably built with a known technology whose purpose we may, however, foresee: interplanetary communication, health protection, and transfer of vital principles. Thank you.
Hello everybody, good morning. My name is Heikki Savolainen, and I'm a sound engineer originating from Finland. And please, next picture. It's not the PowerPoint, it's a PDF. So this is the sound equipments, what I used on this during this week, and been using those last 14 years, little bit updated, of course. So digital recorders, Peterson ultrasound detector, which is originally designed to record bats, to bat investigations around the world. It's lots of files what this machine has done, and it's made in Sweden. Then I have 2 microphones what I'm using for normal sound recording, for infrasound, and then also 3D electromagnetic sensors with all in the same timeline. So in one sample I get all the information. Okay, please, next one. In this short presentation I'm showing only results, the 2 most important results here during this week. This is the first one. It's from Sonda 12B on the way up to the Sun Pyramid. You see there is 2 frequencies there, 25.8 kilohertz and 32.7 kilohertz, and that is coherent with the Goran Marjanović electromagnetic data. It's somehow coherent, and because his files were recorded at the same time, the same place. And next one, please. Here you can see those 2 signals and this is sound. This is not electromagnetism or radio waves or nothing. This is hearable sound, but of course we can't hear it because it's so high. And yesterday I was presenting you how it's sonificated, the thing that you can get different kind of impressions from that sound. So, okay, next one please. So, when we zoom into that signal, this is the upper signal, which is 32.755 if we go exact. You can see that there is it's 1 pulse per second. And this is happening in all those signals here, what I'm detecting as a sound-wise. But of course, we can't hear them. They are much more, but bats hear them, and dogs, probably. That's why they like to be here. Okay, next one there. Then this is ultrasound recorded on top of the sun, which I called a fog, ultrasound fog. And this is a very interesting factor, is that this fog, the range of the fog is about the same than those difference than those previous peaks, and is also coherent to Goran's research at the same time. But this is the signal when we go up to the top of the pyramid. It kind of scatters and it goes 10 dB lower, and that is very interesting thing. So I believe that the very top of the pyramid is working like somehow a sound prism. I don't know. We'll find out. Next one, please. So then we go to the top of the moon pyramid. These are very interesting because I have never here and anywhere else recorded like this kind of phenomena there on the top of the pyramid. And it's starting from 49 kilohertz and reaching until the recorder's limit, in this case 180 kilohertz. And it is mutual pulsating elements like with the pyramid of the sun, but much more higher frequencies, and this is kind of a chord or musical. I haven't yet checked what kind of keys this is in a musical form, but I will find out when I get back to Finland. Okay, next one. Thank you very much, Anvala.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Samir Kassam. I studied the archaeology of ancient civilizations at the University of Liverpool in UK. And although I've not conducted any field studies myself, I've done a lot of observational studies over the last few days. And it is my conclusion here that there is no doubt that the structures that we have seen and come across are not of natural origin. And we can see that some of the artifacts that have been found and kept in some of the local museums here clearly indicate that. So as we continue our research and we continue our observations, we will be able to find out more about the construction, the use, and also why and who built these incredible structures. So hopefully we can continue that, and thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Zdeslav Hrepić. I'm a physicist. I worked in United States for 22 years. I'm originally from Croatia. Now came back home, and I've been happy to be here with this beautiful group of experts to observe their measurements. I did not do measurements of my own, and I can only just agree with all of them that these constructions are not natural constructions, and there's a variety of different proofs or elements to toward the proof that they have been constructed by some intelligent devices. So I'll kind of put together what you heard so far. So we have combination of archaeological evidences that you heard heard about from Dr. Samir and Samir. We have radioactive dating that they did not mention now, but we have very convincing evidence that radioactive dating is showing that these structures have been built 12,000, 26,000, and some up to 29,000 years ago. So we can say unknown civilization. We have evidence that energy patterns in those pyramids are extremely interesting, varying in definite patterns, from the bottom to the top, sometimes reverse in other structures, which may indicate that they are used for different purposes. We have evidence that sound patterns coincide with the patterns of electromagnetic waves that we are observing. Both of them are very interesting. The frequencies that we are finding are similar. Sometimes the pyramidal structures are reinforcing those signals, and as we observed with the case of the sound, sometimes they seem to be dispersing the sound on the top that is more structured at the bottom. All of these evidences are pointing to the fact that they're doing something to these physical phenomena. You will hear just in a moment from Jesper. He's been observing the entire complex, and he's seen that the electromagnetic patterns are related to entire area. That feeds to the idea that not only the shape of the structures, but also the geometrical distribution of the structures is peculiar, at least, and point to some intelligent organization. I believe that's all. All of the kinds of the evidences that we've seen so far that point to the same conclusion, and that's that these are not just natural formations at all. They have a specific purpose. Somebody built them. We don't know what's the purpose yet. We don't know what is it that built them. We don't even know the technology that they used, but we have strong evidence that they are not natural and they have been man-made. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Jesper Johansen. I'm from Denmark. I'm an independent physicist, and I've been studying astrophysics, particle physics, quantum physics for more than 20 years now. It is my fourth time here. So far this week, we've been doing a lot of measurements. Among that, the very curious measurement on the top of the pyramid of the moon, where we picked up 50 hertz, even though there's no power lines up there. That means that this signal must come from below, at the bottom of the pyramid where the city is, and somehow the signal is being transported towards the top where we picked it up. Not only that, we also have what I describe as an unknown pulse that comes about every 6 to 7 seconds. This is still unknown, and I will do a lot more research into that later on. Of course, I have to go home and analyze all the measurements. Next to that, I have supporting evidence for what I describe as a transmuting wave-based fusion technology used to build the pyramids. This means that we can see stones that has been interlocked in the surface, somehow with a form of cold fusion based on wave technology and not particle technology. This is something that I will do a lot more work on in the future, but this is very time consuming, so I'm only excited to come back here in the future to do a lot more of this kind of work. Also, I found concentrations of iron oxide in the concrete of the pyramids, all the way up to 98%, as you see here, almost pure iron oxide in a lump on a stone. I believe this iron oxide comes from the clay along with calcium, so that's a specific reason why they used this kind of clay to build the pyramids. But it does not explain how the iron oxide got into concentrations all the way up to 98%. And again, I believe this is due to a wave-based technology. We should probably look at this as a form of cymatic patterns due to the concentrations. Last, I'm working on a new proposal for the energy flow around the pyramids. This reminds me very much of a natural magnetic energy flow on a non-linear magnet. And this is extremely interesting because it shows that the pyramids are allowing a natural and true energy flow. So the pyramids seems to be amplifiers of natural energy, where you then can apply other frequencies to, as has been mentioned, perhaps telecommunication, healing, and so on. But my work will probably never finish here. I have a lot more years to come, so I'm only looking back to come back here in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to the panelists and the experts that's been doing measurements during the last week. The last 2 days, yesterday and today, we have been discussing how the conclusions of the conference would look like. So I would like to ask Dr. Zdeslav Hrepić from Croatia to read what we all agreed on. So please, Zdeslav.
Sure, thank you. So I will read our common statement. Conclusions of the 7th International Scientific Conference on the Bosnian Pyramids. We, the undersigned experts from the fields of physics, engineering, and archaeology, quantum physicist Professor Konstantin Korotkov, PhD from Russia, sound engineer Heikki Sovalian from Finland, telecommunication engineer Goran Marjanovic from Serbia, quantum physicist Jesper Johansen from Denmark, physicist Dr. Zdeslav Hrepić, PhD from Croatia, nuclear physicist Professor Feris Adrović, PhD from Bosnia and Herzegovina, anthropologist Dr. Sam Osmanagich, PhD from Bosnia and Herzegovina, and archaeologist Samir Kassam from United Kingdom. After performing a number of measurements of the energy phenomena in the period from September 1st to September 5th of 2024 in Visoko in Bosnia and Herzegovina, have concluded Bosnian complex of pyramids, tunnels, and tumuli demonstrated very particular properties recorded by different scientific instruments by leading experts in their field. Control measurements outside of the complex did not reveal such anomalies, which gives clear evidence of the unique nature of this complex and show these are man-made artificial constructions. Based on the structure of this complex, we can assume that this was a technological complex of specifically designed devices for I'm going to read this one again. Based on the structure of this complex, we can assume that this was a technological complex of specifically designed devices for transmitting energy, possibly for communication. The past measurements also gave clear evidences that at least some of these structures have been constructed more than 29,000 years ago by prehistoric civilization. We strongly advocate for continued systematic research to further improve our understanding of this complex. That's the statement. Sonny, that was just a statement, come on. I need to read it in Bosnian as well. Yeah. So I'm going to read it in Bosnian, if you bear with me for a moment. Znači, zaključci sedme međunarodne naučne konferencije o bosanskim piramidama. Mi, stručnjaci u oblasti fizike, inženjerstva i arheologije, kvantni fizičar profesor dr. Konstantin Korotkov iz Rusije, inženjer zvuka Heikki Sovalian iz Finske inženjer telekomunikacija Goran Marjanović iz Srbije, kvantni fizičar Jesper Johansen iz Danske, fizičar dr. znanosti Zdeslav Hrepić iz Hrvatske, nuklearni fizičar profesor dr. Feris Adrović iz Bosne i Hercegovine, antropolog dr. Sam Osmanagić iz Bosne i Hercegovine i arheolog Samir Kasam iz Velike Britanije. Nakon izvršenog niza mjerenja energetskih fenomena u visokom, u periodu od 1. do 5. septembra 2024. došli smo do sljedećih zaključaka. Kompleks bosanskih piramida, tunela i tumulusa pokazuje vrlo specifične energetske karakteristike koje su izmjerene različitim naučnim instrumentima vodećih stručnjaka u svojim oblastima. Kontrolna mjerenja van kompleksa piramida nisu pokazala takve anomalije, što daje jasne dokaze da ovaj kompleks ima jedinstvenu prirodu te da je riječ o vještačkim konstrukcijama građenim ljudskom rukom. Obzirom na strukturu ovog kompleksa možemo pretpostaviti da je ovdje riječ o tehnološkom kompleksu specifično dizajniranih uređaja za prijenos energije, vjerojatno za komunikaciju. Odnosno vjerojatno i za komunikaciju. Ranija mjerenja su dala jasne dokaze da je neke od ovih struktura gradila prahistorijska civilizacija prije više od 29.000 godina. Snažno se zalažemo za daljnje kontinuirano sistematsko istraživanje da bi bolje shvatili ovaj kompleks. Hvala vam svima.
And now I would like to ask our physicists and engineers, archaeologists, to sign these documents and the conclusions, so we make it formal. Here is Professor Korotkov at the top. All right. The second one is who's the second one? It's you, Heike. Where is you, Goran? Čekaj, sto ti. Isto ti. To je Jesper. Wait. Goran Marjanović. Oh, yeah. Goran Marjanović. Yes, it's good.
We have to figure out what the names are first.
Before we go further.
Jesper. And Samir over there. Okay, let me have it. Can I get it back? Thank you. Let me sign. But they are supporting. They are with me, so I signed in all, three names, the supporting evidence. Okay, with the signing of the documents, I announced that our press conference and the conclusions of the 7th International Scientific Conference is over. I thank you very much, and we will continue with our program a little bit later. Thank you very much.